Do you want waifus or an actual enjoyable game? That was my initial question as I sat down while watching Queso with my girlfriend. After finally opening back up this doc, the game in question provided this as my thesis. And these are now my thoughts on Panzer Knights. Panzer Knights did intrigue my interest with its art style. It's reminiscent of Valkyrie Chronicles. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a sketch style mixed with anime. At least in the gameplay, it is. When it comes to character designs or, art outside of the gameplay, they're just straight up basic anime, and if you're wondering what the waifus look like, well, keep wondering. I'm not getting into an argument with my girl over this. Just know it's nothing crazy. This is where things take a turn for the worse. Gameplay. Panzer Knights arguably has some of the most boring gameplay I have ever tried. It lacks depth or enjoyment. The game gives you plenty of variety in tanks and the weaponry inside them as you progress through its small story, which isn't much. Tank gameplay would be fun if the game was even slightly difficult though. If you are too distant from your enemy, they won't even realize they're being shot at or even try to move. When you're close, you'll get attacked, but as long as you're over the age of 12, you shouldn't have an issue destroying them. And sadly, besides a mediocre variety of tanks, weaponry, and characters, you won't find yourself experiencing anything better during your playtime. There's also plenty of issues with bugs, so beware. There's not much of a story in this game. If anything, just a bunch of random dialogue for each mission. Dialogue that isn't well written in the slightest. There were plenty of issues with mistyping, and none of the combos flow well regardless. It just feels like the game wants you to get the objective done, and that's all. If it didn't feel like the story was trying to get rid of me, I would probably enjoy it more. And the characters aren't much better. Although they can seem a bit fun off their design, everything else is just plain. Nothing about them catches my eye or interest. If you're interested in the appeal of the characters and their design, well, at least that would give you some fun. The music isn't anything crazy. Most of the time, the game feels empty of any music. And when it's there, it's not entertaining. It doesn't even excite me while playing. Its dull atmosphere also just adds to the emptiness of sound while going through these levels. And there's also not many tracks either, leaving me with a sour taste in my mouth. On the upside, the performance is splendid. Ran into almost zero issues, which is what I said in my original review, but after coming back to this game, I ran into an issue right off the bat that I recorded where I couldn't move if I had my controller plugged in. The keyboard would still allow me to click other keys to do something else, but just not moving. Also, there's lots and lots of typos in this game. It's almost jarring, and it would be if it wasn't the only reason I smiled after booting up this game. If you were wondering, I do not recommend this game. It's dull, repetitive, and lacks any real excitement. If you're here for the women, go right ahead and get it, but if you want an actual good game, look elsewhere, as this game provided me with more lows than highs. I give it a 3 out of 10. The art style makes it at least a game that looks good, but the lack of actual greatness outside of it makes it a game that disappoints. Anyway, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed. Please keep doing great things. You are good at them. Bye.